sometimes parts of life can be a little bit isolating, can be a little bit lonely, especially if you're around a lot of people who aren't. Okay, so some of the signs, particularly to look out for, and this is very indicative of you as an intuitive, it's also you as a healer type of person, because sensitives carry the healer vibration. I'm sure you perhaps heard of the expression an empath, or someone who has a very strong empathetic nature. What that means is that they are a sensitive. So how it works is generally some of those of you who find yourselves very sensitive, you will have found from an early age, as an example, people have described you as hypersensitive, or you're too sensitive about this, that and the other, or you know, it's not meant that way, you're too sensitive. And you think, well, actually I can feel the way that something's been said or how something's been expressed. It's not necessarily in the words, it's in the energy behind it. You pick up on other people's thoughts and feelings very well. Perhaps earlier in your life you didn't realise that's what you were doing, but now you've got a stronger awareness of it. Again, perhaps you've gone through the feelings of, is there something wrong with me? I can pick up on everybody else's thoughts and feelings, and it's uncomfortable, especially if you're more of a clairsentient type. You will find, which is more of a feeling type, that you really do feel very strongly about other people's thoughts and emotions, and it goes whirling around in your solar plexus to the extent where it can become really quite uncomfortable. How that operates over a period of time is that the solar plexus becomes a little bit over full. So you start to build a sensitivity to your environment, especially noise. You need things quieter. You'll need to retreat. You get into a position of overwhelm quite quickly. And when that happens, you get quite irritable, a bit stroppy, and you'll find that you need to withdraw in order to regroup yourself. So, for instance, you can be life and soul of the party for about an hour, and then after that time you've had enough of people, and you can find you at the bottom of the garden sitting on the swing, having a moment to yourself, for which people will come and find you and say, "You all right?" "Yes, I'm fine." And they keep going on about it until you have to get quiet. "I'm fine. Just leave me alone. I just need a bit of space." And they look at you as if to say, "Oh, odd, too sensitive." It's not that you're too sensitive in terms of delicate nature. What it is your system, because you're processing so much information all at one go, because it's more alert than the average person, it goes into, his whole system goes into overwhelm quite easily, quite often, and sometimes quite quickly. Okay, so how that then moves on is that you find that your intuitive senses start to open up. For some people it becomes really quite strong, so you have more what you can describe as psychic experiences, picking up on things, picking up on aspects of people's lives moving forward, some parts of their futures, some parts of how something's going to work out for them. Again, it shows in your psyche as part of the early warning system, and you think, am I supposed to say something? Am I not? How do I know whether it's I'm picking something up, or it's my imagination, or my wishful thinking, or blah 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 blah. That's how it kind of operates in your mind as a sensitive. You may also find that your abilities have increased, so perhaps you really know when someone's about to contact you. You may know quite distinctly who's on the phone before you pick it up. You can feel the vibration beforehand. You may find that you dream of people that you haven't seen in ages, and then suddenly the next day you bump into them, or you have a thought or feeling about somebody who you haven't spoken to in a while, and you think, I must phone them, something's up. You phone them and you find that you phoned exactly at the right time. Sensitives find also that people have a tendency to tell them a life history, so you might find yourself minding your own business, and someone trots up to you who've never met before and insists upon telling you about their entire life from top to bottom. Promptly gets up and says, "Oh, Thank you for listening. I've never told anyone any of that before. How odd. And then they wander off, and you think, what exactly happened there? What did I do? What they are is they are attracted to the energy of a sensitive, because part of your path is to move on from judgment, whether that's self-judgment or judgment of other people. You have a very strong empathetic nature. Some of the things that have built up over your life kind of get in the way, and part of your journey is to get back to yourself. And back to yourself means that kind of purity of as to who you are, but rather than it overwhelm, it becomes something that's observational. You become quite sort of wise within it. There's a wisdom that comes with understanding your sensitivity and working with it as time goes on. Now,